Martin Luther King famously said, the moral arc of the universe is long, but it bends toward justice. We don't know how long the arc that leads us to greater equality really is. But Lorana mentioned the role of fear. In every human heart, there is a struggle between hope and fear. And those of us who, all of us, who want to move toward greater levels of justice and social equality have to pay attention, careful attention, to the factors that increase fear. And in the world today, in the US and in quite a few other countries, we've gone 40 years with no increase in middle income wages when adjusted for inflation. Simultaneously, the wealth creation at the top of the income ladder has created persistent and growing resentments that these fantastic improvements have not helped the average person. We also see a wave of refugees, and much of it driven by climate change. And these fears of being left out, left behind, make people more vulnerable to demagogic appeals to blame the other. And so resentment of immigrants, resentment of refugees, prejudice based on race, gender, orientation, religion, become more potent and make it more difficult to move as quickly as we all hope to do toward higher levels of social equality. There's no doubt in my mind that the long arc will reach that goal. But here in Davos, this is almost a cliche to say that the specific center of gravity here on top of this mountain is oriented more toward the top 1/10 of 1%. Actually, the actual membership is quite diverse in every category, but it has that reputation. And the pervasive feeling of happiness, enthusiasm for the good state of the global economy. You watch the television coverage, oh, the economy is great. Well, it's not great for middle-income wage earners. They don't feel that. And there are many reasons. We don't have time to go into them, but globalization has been a centrifugal force flinging jobs to low-wage venues. Overall, inequality on a global basis has been going down, but even in developing countries, along with the rich countries, it's been going way up. Partly that's because of the three factors of production, capital, technology, and resources. Technology is now commanding more capital investments, so the returns go much less to labor and more to the owners of capital. And now intelligence added to automation may overturn the so-called Luddite fallacy. We don't know yet, but whatever the causes, there is apprehension and fear. We have to address that, and we have to have policies that not only work for the captains of industry and the heads of financial services institutions and the wealthiest among us, and I'm fortunate enough to be in that category. I'm not in your league, Mark, but we have to have policies that benefit the average person. And that's not just a populist appeal, it is a direct response to the question of whether or not we will make more social progress or not. I'm hopeful that we will, but again, it is a choice that we have to make.